People want to become part of the Rocket brand. If you've got two products there and one is kind of got a sexy mystique about it, and I think that's what we're trying to do with our machines. We're trying to make them a bit sexier than our competition. And when you walk in and you see it sitting there and you've got the quirky R that says something, it gives it perhaps a bit more personality. Let's face it, there's a lot of very good machines out there, and I believe as have some key fundamental points that make them better than some of the others. We know we've got a lot better thermal stability than a lot of other machines in this class through our testing. In terms of how the machine works and the thermosiphon system layout and the architecture of the pipework, etc., we're very fortunate to have a guy called Bertie working for us, who's been in the industry many years and started with Faima a long time ago. And Inyo knows probably more than anybody else in the industry about, well, as much as anybody else in the industry about the thermosiphon system. Then the bodywork is probably my department. I want the machines to look like a Rocket machine, not like everywhere else's. So we've got the R in the middle of the steam tap, which is just a little bit different. And the machine's got a bit of humour, a bit of character. The badges are all machined by a little guy that lives in the little town I live in, and they're all bolted onto the front of the machine. So there's so many areas in the machine where we could cut costs to make a bigger margin, but that's not what Rocket's all about. I think a lot of manufacturers are now putting digital displays, beeping sounds. I don't like those things. I don't like that in the dishwasher at home that we've got. I don't like that in any appliance, because perhaps I'm more traditionalist, more purist. That's why, for better or for worse, we've got the remote PID. Now, some people don't like the remote PID, but I like it because I don't have to look at it in the morning. I plug it in, I set the machine up, done. And then I can put it away or I can tuck it under the machine, but I don't have to have it sitting there looking at me all day long. So I like it to be clean and contemporary. There's a word in Italian, artigianale, which means handmade, and that's what you get from a handmade product. We don't get the level of finish we get on a Toyota, for instance, but we get a handmade product. When you buy into the Rocket story, you're buying a handmade product that's made by me and my partner and our team. You're welcome to come and see us, and it's just a very different philosophy from what a lot of manufacturers are doing. We want a little bit of quirkiness, something that's different. Perhaps other manufacturers might do that, but a lot of people look at me and think I'm quite odd when I suggest those things in the factory. But I think it sets our machines apart.